Hello, my friends. It's the Toe Man once again, and today I want to talk to you about a couple things that I've seen going on in the community. We're talking about week three now, starting week three of the new zoo. A couple things I've seen going on, and it's just a couple red flags. We'll talk about some red flags, some red inks, and some rat kings. And I'll start with the rat kings. I'm selling rat kings for Laughing at My Nightmares, a charity in the Lehigh Valley. They help people all across the country, people with disabilities, to help them get items, pay off medical debt, a lot of different things. They're a great company. Look them up. So I've been donating all the rat kings. There's 100 of them. We have 20 left. So please go over to eBay if you're interested in getting them. Why should you buy them over and all these other people are selling them? Well, number one is going to charity. Number two, I have 5 stars on eBay. I've never had negative or even a neutral rating ever. 5 stars on whatnot. Everywhere sold, I've had like 100% ratio. So above that, you see other people selling on, or they're trying to undercut at this point. They might have nine out of 10 or whatever, 4.5 stars or whatever. So just hey, just putting it out there. If you're looking for a rat king, I'm the place to get them. I only have 20 left. Let's move them, get this charity paid off, and then I don't have to deal with these ever again. Speaking of rat kings, previously, quote, even they have like 12 shadow names for corporations that they run. They, I have no issues with them. Previously, I've had issues with shipping with them, but that seems to be alleviated. Their shipping has been pretty remarkable, or unremarkable because they're really good, or remarkable because they're so well. But and I get along with all the streamers there. They have like Drew's on there now, and Ryan and Bex and Sarah's like a wonderful person. All these people are great. Never had an issue with them. Did have an issue with this manager, right? This manager who came on when they first bought the bankruptcy items from MetaZoo. There was a manager there who had the rat kings and was like showing them on the camera. He was like, "Look at the rat kings. I'm not gonna run them. I have to." And he just was dangling the carrot, and they did like spots that ran it. It was like 500 spots, and then the top 10 were something more than a rat king, or like there was 5 rat kings in there, and it just sold like $10 to $12 spots. And then people would try to get one of the tickets, and the tickets, it was just like a very you know uh like the business tactics that aren't really the greatest. They're selling stuff that is worth maybe $1, and you're paying $10 a spot in hopes to get into the big running for the big item. Hey, it's a business tactic. I'm not about that, but hey, it's not. I don't think it's like morally or legally binding or issue, right? But they did that, and they ran all these rat kings, and then they ran the rat kings to the ground because there were thousands of them. There's supposed to be only like 400 of them. There's like 4,000 of them or something. There's maybe 2,000 of them. There's way too many. And I've seen so many run already that it proves that the numbers are off. Well, now they're doing the same thing with the red inks. And the red inks are supposed to be limited, right? Mike always says they're a lot less than you think. But if Quote has them, they're a lot more than you think. Okay, this is my speculation. This is my opinion. I think that there's a lot of the red inks, maybe a lot of the blue inks, maybe a lot of the red cards that we thought were rare, but they're not rare anymore. So please don't fall for the same tactics that you fell for previously with the rackings, where people were purchasing them for like $300 a pop, and they find out that there's 3,000 of them. There's a gentleman who spent over $600 for spots on this game, and he walked away with maybe uncut sheet and a bunch of other items that weren't priced at $600 total. I just hate to see people putting all this money into these tactics, these games, these parlor tricks, and not getting what their money's worth back. And I'm not. I always tell you, do not invest in this. Do not invest in cardboard. There's so much, especially now. Stock market is lower in a lot of areas. There's a good opportunity to invest your money elsewhere. This is a game. It's supposed to be for fun. It's supposed to be for us to get together and play the game and have fun together. It's not for dumping your money that you need, or money that you could be investing somewhere else and thinking that this is a guaranteed place for you to put your money. It's not. It's super not. So I'm just having a lot of, those red flags, those kind of feelings that I felt with MetaZoo 1, that I should have been like, you know what, I'm out. I'm starting to feel that way with this partnership. It seems a partnership between Quote, Evend, all these things, and MetaZoo. Uh, I've been told that the eBay live that they did at the Collecticon was an event quote sister company who was tied in together in some sort of way to being able to sell these things. So I'll just caution Charlie, I caution the community. um, I don't care about quote or even MetaZoo to the point where I care more about the people who are watching this, right? The community is number one. The people who buy into this, the people who are loving it, the people who put their money on it. I would be remiss if I didn't say, hey, I think this is a red flag, a cautionary tale. Just I'm reliving some of those feelings that I've had previously with MetaZoo original that I should have been like, hey guys, maybe we should watch out for this. So I'm not saying that they're corrupt. I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend your money at quote. You shouldn't spend your money on whatnot or any of these things or MetaZoo. I'm just saying just be cautious. Don't fall for tricks and just if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Okay? Just that's all I gotta say about that. So sorry for this weird kind of video. I'm just saying I think that with prices going down with MetaZoo and quote being one of the probably the biggest purchaser of MetaZoo too. There's going to be some more tactics to try to sell these because they are a business that are trying to make money. They need to make money to keep the lights on, right? So hopefully you're not one that is going to put too much money into this and not get that same in return, right? You want the quality, you want that same feeling. You put $300 in, I get $300 worth of entertainment back. That's all I want to hear from you guys. That's all I want to feel is for you guys to be happy and satisfied and not broke because you spent $15,000 on a dead product that you can't sell anymore because the product is not sellable anymore. Please look at all the people that are selling MetaZoo 1 that can't sell it. They're all over the Facebook, all over eBay. Everyone's dumping their product with MetaZoo 1. They can't sell it. I'm not saying that that's going to happen to MetaZoo 2. It's a possibility. So please, just be careful, okay? Please. All right, y'all. Please be good to each other, be kind, and have peace.